It's Wild Card Weekend. And we're going to take you into the jungle on Less Talk, More Action. Welcome to the jungle of Wild Card Weekend. I'm your host, Trevor Lutke, joined by my co-host, Brad Shoulders. I am super excited about what is to come our way this Wild Card Weekend. What a great set of games. I feel like there's opportunities to make money everywhere we look. And so when you're looking around, you can catch us at letstalkmoreaction.live. We're now on TikTok at Let's Talk More Action 1. And now we're on YouTube. I never thought I'd be on YouTube at Let's Talk More Action. Brad, how you doing, man? This is an exciting weekend ahead.
I love this time of year. I love it. Wild card, division champ, it doesn't matter. It's NFL playoffs, and I'm digging it. I'm excited. Ready to throw some picks down, baby.
I'm ready for whatever comes our way. I think this is a real opportunity to make money. We are not going to have a lot of chatter. We're going to get you right into the plays, going to get you right into the games. But unfortunately, the jungle wasn't very kind to my Bengals. I wanted to see them in the playoffs. I know. I love it. My wife did a good job.
I like that. That is sharp. Nice
5 Christmases ago. But, man, I just thought Burrow and Chase would get it done. You know, I really did. And things didn't break the right way, and they lost too many games at the beginning, but they're not here.
That's the key. That's the key. They gave way too many games away in the beginning, man. So, hey, that just shows you the whole season matters, not just the end of the season, the whole season.
And it was that first loss that you can kick yourself in the nuts if you're the Cincinnati Bengals to the New England Patriots, a game you should have never lost. And in a game, had you won, you would have been in, and I would be having a different conversation. But nonetheless, the conversation tonight will revolve around our wild card plays, wild card weekend. And something else we gave you, I just want to give this out. We did a college football playoff edition for the first time ever here at Let's Talk More Action. And when I was looking over my shoulder recently, we're on an advertisement now, we gave you Penn State. I was feeling really good. I went up to take a shower, and I came back out, and what the hell happened?
ND scored coming out of half. It's 10-10. You know, we're getting points with our teasers, so we're in good shape.
So remember,
you know, Notre Dame wasn't going to get shut out. I mean, come on, that wasn't going to happen. They're going to score. So
bottom line was we gave you the big teaser, which was Penn State +8 and Ohio State even money at that point, or a -1 line. So we're going to try to do the same thing tonight. We are a 30-minute podcast. It might drag a little over tonight. We have a lot to talk about. Maybe it goes 40 minutes, but we're just going to jump right into this thing. We're going to give you the plays, but we're going to start right away in the wild card round. 3:30 on CBS, Chargers and Texans. I'm going to let Brad break this down while I pull up the upcoming matchups on ESPN. This one to me might be a bit of a snoozer, but maybe you found a betting angle that can make us some money.
Well, the way I look at it is the Chargers are coming in hot and the Texans are coming in on a big downer. And Jim Harbaugh in the playoffs, I like him. I like him. If you're going to play it, though, I don't know if I play it straight up. It's up to, what is it? They're laying 3 right now. Chargers are at the Texans.
So, 3-41.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But again, it's the Harbaugh effect for me in playoff football. And Harbaugh showed he could do it with the Niners. He obviously did it at Michigan. He knows how to win championships. He knows how to win playoff-type games. And he's got them coming into the playoffs right now playing real hot. So if you were going to have to I don't have this team. I don't have this game on the action I want this weekend. But if I was going to be siding with someone, I'd put my money on Harbaugh and the Chargers.
Okay, so you would go with the favorite here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I would if I was going to play it, I mean, I'm back to the teasers. Everything, especially in the playoffs, because a lot of these games are going to be tight. So anytime you could pick up extra points and play it, that's how I would do it. So, but if I'm staying away from this game. But if anybody's out there thinking, boy, I'd really like to play the Charger-Texan games, I would side with the Chargers simply because they're hot and you got the Jim Harbaugh effect.
Okay, so we're taking a look right here. What we've got is the Chargers -3, over and under is 42.5. I didn't see much either, but here's what I am going to tell you. I mean, the Texans have been beat up all season long. I mean, they lost Stephon Diggs early on in the season. You know, you lost Tank Dell. I don't even want to get into it. That's not what the show's about. The show is about money management in the playoffs, trying to give you guys an angle in each and every game. And what I found interesting too is all of a sudden J.K. Dobbins pops up on the injury list as questionable, and I'm like, okay, you know, what are we going to do here? I think he's in a spot where he could really crush here. I really do. I think he could get after it. And I think though the thing is if he is injured, I mean, maybe it forces the Chargers to pass more often, which is where I kind of found maybe a possible angle, and that was on a prop bet with Quentin Johnson over 50 and a half yards. So let me take you inside the play and take a better look at this. So if I was coming in here, he doesn't even appear like if you're coming here to the to passing and receiving yards right here, they gave you Ladd McConkey. Now they give you the Quentin Johnson. So what I'm saying is I like this Quentin Johnson play. He can always hit a big one. And let me do this. I got to get into, I still have us on, okay. So I have us on ESPN. Give me 1 second. I got to transfer that. Now, again, our show is live. So that's why we got to toggle and navigate through things here. So we're going to share the screen and show you Quentin Johnson plus 120 for over 50 yards. So what do you think about that?
I like it. Quentin Johnson's had some problem with dropping the ball this year.
Right.
But he is a home run. He's a home run hitter too, boy. The thing is with him is, again, it's a new season now. You're going in the playoffs, so he can kind of take all those drops he's had this year, kind of throw them aside. I'm sure Harbaugh's told him, hey, it's a new season now. We ain't going to worry about that. Shine. Go shine right now in the playoffs and make a name for yourself. And I think he's capable of that.
And I agree. And so the thing is he's only hit this over. He's only hit this over twice in the season. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, Brad? I'm going off. He's due. So if I've got my one play, I'm looking at a Quentin Johnson play. But as you said, this isn't a game that I really want to talk much about here. I do agree the Chargers probably win. So let's just keep moving because we got a lot better games where we can, take our money and spend it in other places. So let's go back to ESPN quickly and take a quick look again at the schedule and how this is going to break out. So your next game up on the list here as we get back into it. So Prime Video, Saturday night. So I hope you have Prime. We've discussed this before. You've got to have like ESPN, Prime, ABC. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of different things that the NFL makes you have to have. Yeah. The amount of money, it's just annoying at this point. But here we go. So 9.5, over under 43.5. What are you thinking here? I mean, everybody and their mother's on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. I don't know what to make of it. And the reason is Zay Flowers is out. I did find myself a nice prop play here, though, that I'm going to give out in a minute. But I'll go to you first and see maybe if you found something inside this game.
Well, if you're playing a prop play, I think doesn't Mark Andrews catch a touchdown in every playoff game he's in? I mean, seriously, you're the prop master. Just find us. I like Mark Andrews scoring a touchdown. He's plus 135 to score. And I'm telling you, since I've been watching the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, I don't think there's a playoff game that Mark Andrews hasn't caught a touchdown, sometimes even two, but I think he's good for at least one. So pair that up with something that you've got.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at this. Let's go back to the home screen. We're going to pull this up and go NFL. So we're going to give you this play. This is how we would do this, okay? So if we're going to come into the Pittsburgh Steelers-Baltimore Ravens game, I'm trying to expand this. So what I would encourage our listeners and our viewers to do is do not watch this on your phone vertically. I would watch it horizontally because it seems to give you a better picture and you can expand the picture that we are giving you. So the prop play that I found was Jaylen Warren, minus 120, over 21.5 yards. He's gone over this total 4 out of the last 5 games. So if Brad's telling us this, what he's saying is touchdown scores, he wants Mark Andrews anytime. I'm coming over here for our first play that we're really going to give out. The Quentin Johnson one was just something to give you a little bit of action on the first game. But again, when you take a look at this, you receive receiving yards. So what I'm trying to teach here is he's not here. He's not one of the superstars that gets a lot of receiving action. So the book says. So we've got to go over here and we got to try to figure out how are we going to get to this play. So the question becomes is how do we get to this play? I don't know why it's not allowing me to get to it. I know, this is awesome, FanDuel. There we go. Okay, so receiving props right there. So receiving props, I'm going to come over here and receiving yards right here. Jaylen Warren, 21 and a half. And again, we're live, so it's hard sometimes to do this while we're in the middle of the show. But this is your play, plus 310. If we're saying this is a half a unit, which is $25, we're paying you $77.56 back. If you take Mark Andrews for what Brad's saying is an anytime touchdown scorer, and the guy is a touchdown monster, and I'm going Jaylen Warren over 21 and a half since he's done it for the last 5 games. What do you think?
And let me I like it because I'm going to tell you your Jaylen Warren angle. You got to figure that the Steelers are going to be chasing Baltimore all day, right?
That's exactly.
And when they're chasing, Najee goes to the bench and Warren is in there because he's a pass catching running back. So I like it. That's a great angle.
I personally think that I like your call. I'm going to play Jaylen Warren alone because I think this is the home run call in this game. I think this is the spot where he is going over 21 and a half yards. I think this is where you make your money Saturday night while you're drinking your IPA or your nice Woodford
Bourbon.
Old Fashioned.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'll be.
I know you are. So, all right. So we take you inside that play. Again, mark it up. Mark Andrews, you could play it by itself for an anytime touchdown. Jaylen Warren, if you want to put the two together, $25, paying you $77.56 back. So let's take a look at the next game, the first game that comes out on Sunday. We're going to have to go back again inside FanDuel here, delete our plays and remove all the selections. And we're going to come back to the NFL over here. And let's get in now to the Denver Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. And no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. So, Brad, will they be circling the wagons?
This game here has half of my 5-star take your bookie to the woodshed bet. And I like the Bills teased down to 2.5. The Bills at home teased down to 2.5. I feel the Bills feel that this is their year that they're going to take Kansas City, and it starts at home with Denver, and I think they're going to take them back behind the woodshed and put a beating down on them. I think it slips my mind, the Denver quarterback, the rookie, what's his name?
Bo Nix.
He's a good QB. He's had a great rookie season, but this is a different time of the year, this playoffs. This is nothing he's ever seen before. He's going to go in and try to deal with the Buffalo Mafia up there. I think he's going to have a tough day, and I think Josh Allen's going to put a beat down on the old Denver Broncos. But I'm even going to tease it down because 8.5, that's rich. You could be up 15 points in the fourth quarter, and Denver gets a scratch touchdown to cover to backdoor that. So I want to bring Buffalo down to 2.5 and win by a field goal at home against a rookie quarterback. I like my chances there.
Okay, so I love what you're talking about here. I love teasing in the playoffs. I think teasing is the ultimate way to make money in the playoffs because, like you said, 8.5 may be a little too rich because they could catch that backdoor touchdown. And the Denver Broncos do have a tough defense. I do think they may keep Josh Allen a little bit in check. So something, though, that I was looking at, obviously, Josh Allen, probably the likely MVP of the league, but you got Patrick Surtain, right? So he's going to, he's a lockdown corner. But here's the thing is, he doesn't like to go inside. He doesn't like to come into the middle. You've got wide receivers like Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir. I don't know. Is Amari Cooper, would the real Amari Cooper please damn stand up?
This might be the game. Again, you're talking a veteran. It's playoff time. Amari will probably come out of left field and have 7 catches for $110 and a score. If you haven't seen them all damn year. That's what the playoffs do, though. There's all kind of unsung heroes come out.
So I'm going to take you inside the play that I thought, Brad, to your point, I'm going to make. I'm going to get into your teaser. We're going to have to go into your teaser here in a second because obviously there's another play you have it teased with. So that's coming up here shortly on Let's Talk More Action. But here's the bottom line. Smash play, Jalen Warren type smash play. I'm going Khalil Shakir to go over 50 yards. And the reason is Patrick Surtain does not like to go over the middle. He doesn't go into the middle of the field, which is going to leave Shakir in a pretty good spot at plus 130. You've got Shakir to go over 60, which would be plus 125 if you want to get damn greedy. And he's going to have a monster game because Cooper just hasn't been anywhere to be seen lately. You can go plus 80 and get it at 3-1. But I'm going to lock down that minus. I'm going to lock down that minus 130, and I come take you into the play. This is a full unit play for me. So if I'm going to bet 50, it's going to return me $38.46 to get that and the alternate receiving yards for Khalil Shakir. How you feeling about my my smash play in the Buffalo Bills game at noon on Sunday? Where you're
Surtain's not. He's not covering the slot receiver, and that's what Shakir is. So I like it. That's a great angle. That's a great angle.
Well, I appreciate it because I thought it was a great angle too, and I haven't had a cocktail yet tonight because I knew we had to do this show, but I do have to. Oh man, it's always at a commercial. Can we please just play some damn football for God's sakes?
I think it's at the end of the third quarter. I believe it's the end of the third quarter. It's 10-10 end of third quarter.
You know, I apologize to our audience, but Brad and I have money on this game, like rent money, not a car payment. No, maybe not rent money, but I mean gas money. Good, a lot of gas.
Adoption, some adoption money. I was going to adopt, and I got to win this game to get it, but
right,
we're there.
So we have our eyes on this game, so I do need to pay attention to it. So I'm sticking with Khalil Shakir for that one. So let's go now. Again, we try to keep the show to about 30 minutes, so we're running on time, doing good on time. But what we're doing is we use a dummy count. We use a dummy count here at FanDuel. So what we're trying to do, though, is we want to teach you guys the ins and the outs of what we're trying to do. And I know Brad has this teaser that he's been talking about that's coming up. So we are going to now take a closer look at what's coming our way in a big game at 3:30 on Fox on Sunday between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brad, I sent a text out to everyone the minute this line came out. I said, you got to be kidding me that the Eagles are only -3. And the reason is because Hurts was still in concussion protocol. Well, he's out, which was what you text back and said, guys, I think this is a good bet. So rent money, win on Philadelphia -3. What do you think?
Yeah, as long as Hurts is playing, I'm all in. If Hurts, for whatever reason between now and game time is out, then I'm out. But Hurts is the key. I mean, as Hurts goes, the Eagles go. So as long as he's there, I like it. Green Bay's banged up. I don't even know. Are they starting Love, or is he gonna play? Is the elbow, the hand doing good? I mean, where's he at?
He's questionable, and the thing obviously is they lost Christian Watson last weekend to a major injury, so he's done for the playoffs. I do feel
Philly's tough. Philly at home is a load. That's a load, and I don't know if the Packers got it after their, humiliating loss to the Bears. That was ugly.
Right. So I'm in a position here where I just feel like there's a play to be made here, and this is the play that I'm going to make is another prop. So here's the thing again. These games are hard to pick. This is the playoffs. Remember, the Packers went into Dallas last year, and they absolutely boat raced Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And I remember how many people, the amount of money that the book made that day was insane. 78% of the money was on the Dallas Cowboys to cover that line. At the end of the first quarter, you didn't even have a damn chance if you had bet the Philadelphia Eagles in that game.
Vegas had Dallas going to the public had Dallas going to the Super Bowl, and they didn't even make it out of the first game. So, I mean, it's like you said.
So what we're trying to do here is, let's talk more action. Brad and I try to give you insight into other things that you can look at maybe to play instead of having to play the line. What I do love about living in the corrupt, bankrupt state of Illinois is they have to make money in any way they can. So we have more betting opportunities than a lot of states. You can explore different things. And what I've thought about here is I took a look at Devontae Smith. I said, you know what? If you keep playing the superstars, which Devontae Smith is, but A.J. Brown right now is questionable. I'm going to assume he's going to play. But Devontae Smith has gone over 100 yards in 2 out of his last 3 games. Going over 60 yards at minus 125, why not? That's the play that I think I'm going to make here. Thoughts?
He's really blossomed. This year he's blossomed. He's come into his own. I mean, he was a high draft pick. He won the Heisman, didn't he, coming out of Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
The guy's a stud. He's matured, and he's a bona fide NFL star now. So he could go off at any time. And Hurts likes him too. And
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. If AJ Brown's nicked up, Devontae Smith sitting over there saying, all right, man, come to me. I'll take you there.
Yep. And I think, too, the other thing is Kenny Pickett, if he has to play, he can throw the ball. He can actually throw it. And I think Devontae Smith becomes a very good play right here at 3:30 against the Packers on Fox. Again, I already played the line itself, the -3 when I got it. It's now up to 4.5, which I hate because that tells me, oh, God, the public's all over my 4.5. So,
right.
Jesus, right?
And the thing with Devontae Smith, he's a breakaway. So, I mean, in one catch, he could go for 60 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's no problem.
Right.
That's
so,
doable. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm excited. Here's the thing. I guess if when I talk about this, and we've been talking, and we were looking at this earlier, I'm not too thrilled about the Chargers-Texans game. The Ravens-Steelers game, I think, is going to be a battle back and forth. But I do still think that, like, it might get out of hand a little bit at some point. The Bills game kind of maybe the same way. I'm really, really looking forward this weekend to this 3:30 game on Sunday. I got work off on Monday. This is probably when I have to have my first Maker's Mark old-fashioned right around about 3 o'clock to get myself ready for kickoff. I think this game's going to be fantastic.
I'm with you, man. It's going to be a fun one. Maybe even mix in a little snow or something, too. I know we're supposed to get some weather this weekend all throughout the Midwest, so we'll see.
Okay, so we come to our 7:01 game, according to FanDuel. 7 o'clock game on Fubo TV. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's not on Fubo. Hang on. It's also on NBC. So for us degenerates, you don't have to go find Fubo. You can just watch it on NBC on Sunday, 7 o'clock. I'm excited for this game. I think to follow the Packers Eagles game, I think this game is going to be awesome. I think Baker Mayfield, the way he's been playing, Jaden Daniels, the way he's been playing, I think this is must-watch television, whether you're betting on it or not.
I'm with you. Everyone's going to tune in to see the Jaden Daniels experience. I think Baker Mayfield wants to make a statement. After getting tossed around the league a little bit, he finally got on a team that believes in him and backs him. I could see Baker Mayfield having a big day.
Okay. So I got
they're not the second half of my teaser, but it's going to be a good game either way.
I obviously, if you haven't given me the second half yet, I know we're coming to the late night game, and something tells me I have a feeling I know where you're going with it. But before you get there, I'm going to take you inside the line because I think I have another smash play right here. I think Bucky Irving has been he is a man. He is a man-child. This guy has been electric. He's been electric. But here's what we're going to show you at Let's Talk More Action .live, if you're following us on the website, is this is what I don't like, Brad. And now we're going to teach our audience, yuck. Effing yuck. I mean, look at the line that Vegas tells you. And this, when you look at this, this is what Vegas will tell you is this is a situation where please don't. You're basically saying that Bucky Irving, even though he can smash this, you got to get to 90 yards, basically a 100-yard rushing game to make almost even money, but you're still getting negative money. I mean, maybe at 80 yards, but I guess here's my thing is, And it bothers me because this was a play that I wanted to make, and I was sitting there. I'm like, this guy's going to crush. So if you're playing fantasy, he should be in a lot of your lineups. But I'm sitting here. I guess what I'm trying to teach the audience is sometimes you just got to eat it and take a pass, and that's what I'm going to do here. I don't like it
there, but see what his backup. I bet he's got some nice numbers.
Well,
Johnson. Let's see.
White.
Where are they?
Rashad White. But here's
White,
what I got.
I bet.
Before I get into that, I am going to give you my smash winner because if he's not rushing, he's receiving, and he's actually a good receiver out of the backfield. So he's going to play a lot. Rashad White, you're right, he's been solid occasionally, but again, so here we go. This is where you have to try to find these things. So you come up here again. I hope everybody can see this, but I try to bring it up. But you got to come up here to the bar and move things around, and you get into passing props, and then here comes receiving props because he's not in the receiving yard total that FanDuel is just willing to give you right on the page. So you're coming to the receiving prop page. I'm coming to Bucky Irving down here, and I'm going to play the straight up line. I'm going to play this at 21.5 yards. I think Bucky Irving can get this all day long. I just feel confident in this, and I feel comfortable that Bucky can get over 21.5 because you and I think this game's going to be a shootout. And when I'm doing this, I also don't, again, Mike Evans is going to have strong coverage. He probably has double coverage. Jalen McMillan's going to draw some good coverage as well. So is Terry McLaurin on the other side. So is Zach Ertz. Almighty Zacchaeus, the almighty Zacchaeus for a two-team parlay.
Been a
sleeper. The sleeper.
He been
25, half a unit, 25 for 56. This gives me my entertainment on Sunday night when I'm 5 bourbons in, 25 for 56.37, because I think this game, Brad, turns into an absolute shootout.
I'm with you on that. And I like that. That's a sexy little freaking prop. I like that.
I like
you snuck that win in. You snuck that in on me. I
did. Now the Bengals were sexy up until they weren't, but let's go back and take a look at, because we are live. So let's take a look back at your rushing props for Rashad White and see what he's got. Now, I am curious as well. So look at this. Bucky Irving, 87.5 at -114. So where is it at? They don't even have it.
They don't even have them.
They don't even have it. Come on, FanDuel.
Go under rush attempts. I want to see if they even have him on the board for rush attempts.
Brad, what's shocking is this. You have Baker Mayfield on the board more than you have him. I take Baker. Baker's been running all over the joint. And if things get out of control and the Washington, I almost said the other name from back in the day, but the Commanders, thank God I caught myself. 17.5, not a bad line for Baker.
Hey, you caught yourself, but I am forever a Redskin. I'm going to say it. I'm a Redskin. I'll never call them the Commanders. I'm old school. They're the Redskins to me.
They don't even have anything on it.
Wow.
They don't.
I can't believe that. That's crazy.
You have Austin Eckler.
Out? Maybe White is out. That's unheard of, though. The backup doesn't show up at all.
This is what we do here. This is what we do on this show. We're going to give you the information we need before we move on. I do like your idea, but let's briefly just talk about if you also feel that this game's going to get out of control, which it really could. I mean, is there any other thing that where you're thinking to yourself when you take a look, like you come down here, you got. Now I'm back at the Penn State game. Got to go back. How are we doing, by the way?
Speaking of Notre Dame,
what happened? What did I miss?
Well, Notre Dame went down and scored, and Penn State's coming down for the answer. But you're ahead of me. I'm still at 17-10, so I've got a shitty, slow streaming service right now.
Oh, man, this is a horrible time to be doing this damn podcast with 17-17.
I got fantasy. There's never a bad time to be doing a Let's Talk More Action podcast.
We try to bring only the best content to our audience here at Let's Talk More Action. But okay, where was I at? We were trying to figure out.
You were looking at this being a shootout. The White hurt, and this game's going to be a shootout. I haven't heard anything on him.
I'm looking quickly to see if we do have maybe possibly a This is the Sunday late game. And so let's just check real quick to see. No, he has no questionable designation next to his name. Nothing. There's nothing according to this. He has been terrible. He's not been great lately. 6 carries, 3 carries, but then he was 15 carries, 17 carries, 11, 12, 10.
Yeah.
What? Come on, FanDuel.
And he's not, he's not working at Chick-fil-A that day because they're not open on Sunday. So I don't know where he'd be. I don't know what the problem is here.
All right. Well, we gave you the almighty Zacchaeus over 37.5 and Bucky Irving to catch more than 21.5. So
I like it. Zacchaeus has turned into a weapon there in Washington. So I like that, man. That's a good call.
Yeah. Do you think your street corner bookie might give you a little action on Rachaad White if you just ran down to the over the bridge there to the corner? Maybe he'd give you a little action.
I guess I'll have to go check out the seedy side of town tomorrow and see what we got. Hope I don't get shot, but I'll give it a shot.
Easy. You're not living in Rockford. All right.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so here we go. We're coming inside probably what is going to be, I mean, him and I are both Minnesota Vikings fans. I bleed the orange and black more than I do the purple and gold, but I'm guessing this is where you're going to take me to complete your teaser.
You got it. Drum roll. I like my boys. Right. I like the Vikes. Give me the Vikes. The other half of my take your bookie to the woodshed are the Vikes, teasing them, getting plus 3.5. Sam Darnold shit all over himself against Detroit. I get it. It was awful. I think he wants to come out guns a-blazing. I think he wants to come out and show his teammates that, hey, man, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has a bad game. Let me get back on top with my boys, and let me lead you to a win here. I'm all over the Vikes. I think they're gonna put the beat. I mean, they're gonna put a beat down because Stafford will keep the Rams in the game. But at the end of the day, the Vikes are gonna walk out with a victory, and Sam Darnold's gonna say, "Hey, listen, man, I can play in this NFL." O'Connell's going to give him the every chance to redeem himself. So it's Bills minus 2.5, Vikes plus 3.5. Take your Bucky to the woodshed, baby.
Okay, so we're teasing. So now we're going to take you inside what is probably the final play of the game. Final play, because I really look at my thing. I don't have much, and here's the thing: is so okay. So I have lost more money, and I bet you know who it's on. I have lost more money in my life, and I've been doing this since I was about, I don't know. Well, I don't want to say. But long before FanDuel DraftKings ever existed, so Bobby Batts was on the corner, and I was constantly putting money in on a certain team. Can you guess who the specific team is, and they're not the Bengals, who I lost the most amount of money with? Because I was playing with my heart and not my mind.
The Rams?
The Wisconsin damn Badgers.
I know. I grew up in Madison. I knew you.
I grew up in Madison, so I was betting the football. I was betting the basketball. If I could get some hockey action, I'd take it. And every time I bet them to win, they'd lose. Every time I bet them to lose, they'd win. And I got sick of it. So is this a heart play or is this a mind play?
To me, it's not a heart play. I thought I don't want to come on here and mislead the listeners. It's not a heart play. The Vikings got a good team. They played well all year. They laid an egg in Detroit, and really they didn't. Late in the third quarter, it was a one-score game. It just Darnold played like shit. He really did, but I don't think he's got 2 shitty games in a row. Pardon my French. I think he wants to prove himself, and I think he does it right here. And they're getting points. If you tease it, you can tease them up to where they're getting points. I like them. I think the Vikings want to make a statement to say, hey, our season wasn't a fluke. I think they're going to get after Stafford. I'm not saying the Rams aren't going to score. Stafford's a tough out. I get it. But they're moving the game to Arizona because of the wildfires. My brother's here.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Are they doing that? Are they really doing that?
Yes, they moved it to Arizona. The wildfires are a real thing. My brother's here. He's displaced from the wildfires, and they moved the game to Arizona. And I mean, so now they're thinking might even be more Viking fans there than there's going to be Ram fans. So is it a neutral site game now? Do you like the Vikings in a neutral site game? You tell me.
I like the Vikings, and the problem is I don't ever want to bet with my heart. So here's what Brad's trying to show you, though, is if you're going to take a teaser, it's right here. You're hitting the teaser button. It's going to prompt you to do this and go 6 points. Now, you're going to get 3.5. You're going to get 2.5. What I'm going to explain is I think if Brad's going to do this, again, we taught this the other day. You're minus 134 right here. I'm going to highlight that 134. Watch what happens when I just get another half point. It's only it's ridiculous. You're talking about paying an extra like $9-10. So what I'm trying, is someone vacuuming at the house?
Now they're running a hair dryer. So
you got a lot of people at the house. So
I do.
But anyway, so what I'm doing is, if I'm you, I'm taking it at 4 and the Bills to 2. Okay, but I have a reverse. I'm pulling out the reverse Uno card.
Uh-oh.
And the reverse Uno card says, I'm taking the Rams. I'm doing the same thing you're doing. And I'm taking my teaser and the Rams to +9 and the Buffalo Bills to -2. Either way you do it, $50 for $35.01. So my heart is with our Vikings, but my betting mind is telling me I want that 9 points, and that's what I'm going to do. So that was my teaser.
But hey, we can both, you know what? Based how they're set up, we can both win.
We can
both win. So
we can.
We're not enemies.
I have one other play. I have one other special play for you all before we let you go.
You like Puka.
No.
Give me some Puka prop. You do too. I tie Puka into a TD somewhere. I like Puka getting in the end zone. Do that for me.
Yeah, okay. You want Puka in the end zone?
You're the prop god, so put Puka in. And now my dog's barking. I apologize for the background. So what happens when there's wildfires in LA?
I am. I'm going to explain this here in a second. All right, here's my play. Cooper, the Cup, is going to show the fuck up.
Now you're back on the heart play. He's back on the heart play. You're on the heart play. Since he screwed you so hard in fantasy, you think he's going to be on your side now?
We're a family-friendly show. We try not to cuss, or we try to keep the cursing to a little, but I love this play. Cooper Kupp over 50 yards? Come on. He's done this at 6 out of his last 9 games. Cooper Kupp over 50 yards has done this 6 out of his last 9 games. And if you want to take that little parlay that you're talking about to the woodshed, we could do that. We can try.
Puka. Give me some Puka.
Back to the bet slip. Here comes the same game parlay. Cooper Kupp is going to be catching all the balls over the middle, but Puka's going to get him in the end zone at the end.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, man. Come on. Reality check.
It's a reality. What are they trying to tell us? It's a reality check. That's not good karma for the less talk, more action.
We don't need a reality check. I already had that. Thanks.
What's FanDuel watching us or what? They putting us in a reality check.
I don't need a reality check. I already live in reality.
The reality check is put Rashid White in the damn prop plays, man. You get off our back, FanDuel. What are you talking about? Reality check.
Wait, reality check is did Penn State just score?
I'm behind you on the streaming server. Where we go, though.
Here's the thing is I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you're getting +8 and we're up 7 with 7:55 to go,
money in the bank.
I'm not gonna say it. You never say it because you don't want to jinx yourself. But I feel damn good about where we're at in this game.
I'm saying it. It's over. I think I see the fat lady's warming up in the corner of my house over here, and it's not my wife.
All right. All right. So Cooper Kupp over 50 yards. If you want to add Puka Nacua for the touchdown, Cooper gets him all the way down the field. Puka gets him in the end zone. $25 for $70.31. That is one hell of a way to end our that would be Monday night. So that would be very entertaining way to go out. So Before we conclude the show and wrap things up, I got to get out of this for 1 second. Let me get out real quick. All right, there we go. So, Brad, I do want to ask, though. Your brother is actually at your house right now. Ken and Casey are there. Good friends of mine and our family. God bless them. We wish them all the best. But they're like within a couple miles of the wildfires out in LA. We want to pray for those people.
Blocks. They're city blocks away from it. From there. Yeah, but go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt the prayer.
You tell me. I mean, at this point, as your friend, just please, tell your brother, Casey and Ken, we're wishing them all the best. We're thinking about them. We're thinking about the people in LA. But the bottom line is, they're right in it. And just, if you can for 1 minute, I know we're just like a sports talk show, but at this time, this is life. This is real life. And it's not fantasy. And so just tell me a little more about it. How are they doing?
Well, we've got the news on here because I've got a streaming situation where we can watch the LA news, and they've been watching it. His landlord told him that be ready to evacuate, even though he's not there. They got to evacuate the whole building, but it's real. It's not something just on TV we're watching. It's real life for him, and it's the place he's lived for 30 some years, and it's just devastating what's going on out there, man. So feel for all of them. Prayers, send them up.
All right. Well, we wish them all the best. Are they going to stay a little bit longer just due to the fact that that's going on? I know it's going to be a short trip because they were going to take your mom back, but what's going on?
They're here till next week. So by then it should be quelled, I would assume, if hopefully they've got a place to go back to. So that's where it's at. That's like you said, that's real. That's real life, man.
That is. And we wish them all the best. It's somber times, but we always try to wrap up Let's Talk More Action on a good note, on a positive note. And we here at Let's Talk More Action do have something to celebrate tonight. So we want to thank all our listeners, all our viewers that have been texting us, sending us emails, and following us. But over the last couple of weeks when we started this podcast, they knew that Brad and I were in the fantasy football playoffs. It had come down to Brad against his own son, Levi, me against my soccer coach, Jeff Olerud. And then it ended up, the two of us somehow in a 12-man league, ended up in the championship game against each other. And I ate a massive shit burger on that day. And so I want to congratulate you on winning the 2024 Fantasy Football Championship. You get
send it through the screen, baby. Hand it off. Look at that. What is that, red stag? Do they even make that anymore?
Baby. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Much appreciated. The money's nice, but the money is always nice, but the bragging rights are way better, way sweeter.
It is. The bragging rights are way better, and the reason they're way better this year is because you beat your son in the semifinals, and then you beat your co-host on Let's Talk More Action to win the entire fantasy football league. And it's not like it was a $25 league, like we've said. It's a nice little league to be a part of, and you will have your cash in hand shortly there, Mr. Ottawa Camel Toe. So congratulations to winning this sweet son of a bitch in 2024. So congrats.
2-time 8. Let's preface that with that's two-time champion. Not two in a row, but 2-time champion.
I know. How I forget. All right. I got to go watch the end of the All right. Enough bragging. We're done. So I got to go watch this game. It's tight. I feel we're in a good position here to win this thing. So congratulations on your fantasy title. Again, catch us at letstalkmoreaction.live. Good luck on your plays this weekend. I think some of these plays we just gave you are absolute winners. And so I would be playing a few of them. And we're always taking requests. So if you guys find something that you like, you can always text us or email us or hit us up on TikTok, like I said, at Let's Talk More Action 1, or on YouTube at Let's Talk More Action. So for my co-host, Brad Shoulders, I'm the Bengals fan, not in the playoffs, Trevor Lutke. Have a great night. Have an awesome weekend and a great playoffs, and we will set you up after the wild card for the next round. Good night, everybody.
Let's get some winners.
Absolutely.